Hello everyone. So today in this video lesson of science for class 5th, we are going to do the remaining exercises of model test paper 1. As you know that in our previous period, we did exercise 1, 2, 3 and 4 of this model test paper. So today in this video lesson, we will be doing exercise 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we will start from exercise number 5. Define these terms. First is germination. We all know that germination is a process when a seed will change into a seedling. Understood? So, the process by which a seed grows into a seedling will be called as germination. And for germination, a seed will require air, moisture and warmth. All these things are very necessary for the germination of a seed. Now what happened in the process of germination is, first the seed will absorb water from the soil and it will soften the seed coat. Then a small root or radicle, the small root or radicle will emerge from the seed and it will grow downwards. And then a small shoot, which is also called plumule, it will emerge from the seed after that and it will grow upward. Fine. Radicle will grow downward and plumule will grow upward. And for its food, a seedling will use its cotyledon and it will take its food from cotyledon until green leaves appear on the shoot. And once green leaves appear on the shoot, the cotyledons will dry and fall off. So this is the whole germination process. Part B, skeleton. So skeleton is a framework of bones and it will give shape to our body. It will give shape to our body. Part C, pollination. So the transfer of pollen grains from anther. Anther is a male reproductive part of the flower. So when pollen grains from anther will be transferred to stigma of a flower, and stigma is the female reproductive part of the flower. So this transfer is called pollination. And pollination is very necessary for plant reproduction. For plant reproduction, pollination is very necessary. Part D, humidity. The amount of water vapor in the air at a given time. The amount of water vapor in the air at a given time will be called humidity. Part E, vegetative reproduction. So the production of new plants from body parts, not from seeds. This I already told you that most of the plant reproduce from seeds, but few plants are there which will reproduce either from their spores or their body parts, not from seeds. And body parts like root, stem or leaves. So if the production of new plant is there from body parts, so that particular production will be called as vegetative reproduction. So if a new plant is coming from seeds, so it will be not called as vegetative reproduction. Part F, ligament. So ligament is the strong tissue and it will hold bones together at joints. At joints, the two bones will be held together by the strong tissue and that strong tissue is called ligament. It is a stretchy band. So these are define these terms. Exercise number 5. Distinguish between part A, self and cross-pollination. So here you have to write down about self-pollination and cross-pollination. So students, self-pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of same flower or different flowers of same plant. Here pollination will occur in the same plant. Flower can be different but the plant will be same. But in cross-pollination, it is the transfer of pollen grain from anther of one flower to stigma of another flower of same species, not from the same plant. Got it? So this is the difference between self-pollination and cross-pollination. Part B, arteries and veins. So we all know arteries are thick walls, whereas veins are thin walls. Arteries carry oxygenated blood and veins carry deoxygenated blood. And arteries will carry this blood from heart to body parts, whereas veins will carry deoxygenated blood from body parts to heart. So this is the main difference between arteries and veins. Part C, hinge joint and ball and socket joint. So hinge joint, I gave you an example of a door. So a door can move only in one direction. So as we are having also hinge joint in our body that will move only in one direction. Whereas ball and socket joint will allow movement in all directions. The joint which are an example of ball and socket joint will allow movement in all directions. Part D, stamen and pistil. Okay, so stamen are the male part of the flower and pistil is the female part of the flower. Stamen is the male reproductive part of the flower, whereas pistil is the female reproductive part of the flower. Part E, solids and gases. So the main difference between them is solids have fixed shape and volume because of their intermolecular force. Molecules of solids are very closely packed. That is why they are having fixed shape and volume. On the other hand, if we talk about gases, so gases have neither fixed shape nor fixed volume. And why is it so? Because the intermolecular force between them is very weak. The molecules of gases are very loosely packed. That is why they spread easily. They are not having any fixed shape nor they are having fixed volume. Next exercise is answer the following questions. So your first question is, what are floating ribs? What are floating ribs? So students, we all know that rib cage in our chest region is formed by 12 pairs of thin, flat or curved bones. So 12 pairs are there. Out of these 12 pairs, 10 pairs are joined to the breastbone in the front. But the last two pairs of ribs, they are not attached to the breastbone. That is why they are called floating ribs. So the last two pairs of the ribs that are not attached to the breastbone are called floating ribs. Part B, list 4 functions of the blood. So the 4 functions of blood are: first, it provides food and oxygen to all body cells. Blood will provide food and oxygen to all cells. The second function will be, it removes a waste from the cell. Third is, it regulates our body temperature. And the last one is, it protects our body against infection because of WBCs. WBCs are present in blood and they help to protect our body against infection. Part C is right ways to make your diet healthy. We all want to make our diet healthy, but due to some unhealthy cooking ways, we are not able to do so. So students, if you want to make your diet healthy, what you have to do is you have to adopt some ways of healthy cooking food. So that can be sprouting, steaming and fermentation. These three are very healthy ways of cooking food by which we can make our diet healthy. Part D, why is seed dispersal essential? So we already studied if we will scatter the seeds near the parent plant. So what will happen? The seed will not be able to get enough space, air, water and warmth, which is very necessary for germination. So seed dispersal is essential because it will prevent overcrowding, it will provide enough space, air, water and warmth, by which the seed will germinate easily and properly. Question number 8 is draw a well-labeled diagram of a parts of a complete flower. So first of all, before going ahead, we should know what do you mean by complete flower. So students, complete flower is that flower which is having all 4 whorls of a flower. It should have all 4 whorls. So for that you should know what are the 4 whorls. First is a sepal, second should be petals, third is stamen, or you can call it endoecium. It is a male reproductive part of the flower. And the last one is pistil or gynoecium. It is the female reproductive part of the flower. So whenever you are going to draw a complete flower, you will have to take care of these 4 whorls. Got it? So here is a picture of parts of a complete flower. As you can see, this flower is having all 4 whorls. Petals are there. Okay, they are brightly colored and their function is to attract insect, and it will protect the inner reproductive organ of the flower. And second whorl, we can see sepals. It will protect the flower during its bud stage. Also, it will form the outermost whorl. And the third whorl of the flower is stamen, and as you can see that stamen is having 2 parts, anther and filament. So this will be our third whorl of the flower. And the last one is pistil. So pistil is the female reproductive part, and it will consist of stigma, style and ovary. So now you can see that this picture is having all 4 whorls which are necessary for a complete flower. So please draw it, label it and color it. So now in this video we have completed all the exercises of model test paper 1, which is on page number 93 and 94. So now for homework, you have to learn and write all these exercises of model test paper in your notebook. That's all for now. Stay home, stay safe.